But I saw this headline this morning. Cam Newton should be among the front runners at quarterback in the MVP race. Stop rooting and start reporting. Cam Newton's passer rating is 4th in his own division. He's tied for touchdown passes in the NFL with Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's 22nd in passing yards, but the running, it's called quarterback, not running back. You will be judged eventually on the pocket. And if you compare him to Patrick Mahomes, it's not even close. It's like they're playing two different, it's not, you're talking yards per game, touchdown to pick, passer rating. It's a blowout. And by the way, I think I would say Cam is having an MVC year. He's the most valuable Cam. This is the best Cam I've ever seen. His leadership's been good. His coachability's been good. His running is always good. And his passing's been better. So he's having an MVC year. He's the most valuable Cam's ever been. I think he's more valuable now than his MVP year because I think he's a better passer and more coachable now. And he's more mature now, and he has more snaps now. But statistically, wins and losses, he's the second best quarterback in his own division right now to Drew Brees. And by the way, Matt Ryan's numbers are better than Cam's. So fake news works because it's often right. Even my job as an opinion guy, and I'm an opinion guy, you got to give me some data. And I'll give you an example of this. About Cam's stats to MVP. We do this about once a month. We call it the blind resume, where I'll put Cam Newton to the left. And for our radio audience, I'll try to make this as consumable as possible. Passing yards, Cam on the left has 235. The guy on the right has 260. Touchdowns, Cam on the left has 13. Guy on the right has 15. Passer rating, a real stat. Cam 97.4. The guy on the right, 97.8. Rushing yards, almost even. Cam's got 15 yards more rushing. So I'm being told by this that those numbers, and these are things that matter, your touchdowns, yards per game, passer rating, and let's put in rushing yards because that's the big argument for Cam. So there's Cam on the left. Who's the guy on the right? Mitch Trubisky. Less rooting, more reporting. Cam's having an MVC year. This is the best I've ever seen Cam. In fact, I thought his quarter on the road against Philadelphia was the best quarter he'd ever had. I watched every snap of that game, and I was like, man, and I said it the next day, I'm like, that's the most coachable, that's the most efficient, that's the most plus I get Cam's, his running, his size, his gravitas. That's always been great. But, this is not Mahomes. If you took out Mahomes, Brady, Breeze, Goff, and Phillip Rivers, I'm not even going to mention Gurley, Khalil Mack, just quarterbacks. There's 5 guys who are in a different galaxy right now. He's more closely in line to Mitch Trubisky, which, by the way, their styles, Trubisky and Cam, have a very collegiate feel to them. That's okay. That's what works for them with their abilities.